What shot shape should you play here? A draw or a fade? Lots of people get this one wrong. The vast majority of people will say that the correct strategy is to start the ball at the middle of the green and shape the ball towards the hole. In fact, even Jack Nicklaus has said that he uses this strategy. Well, I'm not saying he's wrong, but I am saying that it's not always the best strategy. My position is that the tightest shot pattern that you hit, overlaid correctly, is the best strategy for you. And in this video, I'm going to prove that to you. Okay, imagine we're on the range here and a player wants to fade the shot around 10 yards into the flag. So their start line is attempted to be around here, and then maybe over the course of a few shots they hit 1, 2, 3, maybe even 4 that are as they want it to be, so it fades the right amount, lands pretty close to the flag. Then inevitably they're going to get one double cross thrown in there, maybe a couple of shots that don't quite fade as much as they want, and then a few shots in there that are overdone. Now imagine each one of these balls represents around about 10% of their shot pattern, and we can throw a dispersion circle over that. So that's their fade pattern. Now let's imagine that this player can draw the ball, but they're not as good with that shot. They have a wider dispersion. So again, this player tries to do this 10-yard draw shot, and their start line is attempted to be here. And once again, they get 1, 2, 3, maybe 40% of their shots are going to be pretty good. They draw the right amount. Then there's one double cross thrown in as before, and then maybe a couple that don't quite draw as much as they wanted to, and then obviously a few that overdraw. And if we throw the dispersion circle around that, you'll see it's much wider than the fade pattern. As I said, this player in this example can draw the ball, but they are better. They produce a tighter shot pattern with their fade. Now we're on the golf course. We've got a flag tucked on the left, loads of green to the right. The common advice here is to aim at the middle of the green and try and shape it into the flag. Well, let's have a look at how that works for this player. So this player aims to start the ball at the center of the green and hit their draw shot in, and they get this pattern. So we can see, there are 2 or 3 that are on the center of the green that, miss to the right side of their pattern. There are 4 that drew the right amount into that hole, and now they've got birdie chances there. But then there are 3 that missed the green completely, and they're going to be short-sided, so difficult up and downs. Let's now have a look at the fade sequence for this player. So the player here now starts at the flag. They aim to start it at the flag and fade away from it. So basically fading towards the middle of the green. And this is their shot pattern. These now get 4 birdie chances as before. Their bad shots are just more on the green here. So in this scenario, the fader wins in terms of mathematical probabilities of a lower score. Okay, I know what you're saying, but Adam, what if you take the drawer's pattern and you shift it so that they're aiming more at the right side of the green? Well, that's a great question. Let's do that. If we shift that start line towards the right side of the green, we get to this point here, let's say, so it's more towards the right side of the green. Again, in this scenario, you have 4 birdie chances. You have a few longer putts, and then 1 missed green. So again, even with a better start line here that fits this strategy or this shot shape better, it still produces a worse score than the fader's pattern. And if we shift this pattern even farther right, get to the point here, say, where, there are now 3 birdie chances. The longer putts are still long, maybe even longer, and then you get this one shot on the right-hand side that's gone in the bunker. So even with the draw pattern shifted more to the right, this player would still shoot a worse score than if they'd started it left and faded into this hole. Now, this is not to say that when the flag is on the left, you aim to start it at it and fade it. That's only true for this specific scenario where this player is a better fader than they are a drawer. So if your shot pattern is tighter with a fade, it's okay to play that. If your shot pattern is tighter with a draw, you play that one. And this theory works whether the pin is on the right side or the left side or the middle. It's the tightest dispersion overlaid correctly that has the best odds of shooting a lower score. Golfers think that playing unbelievable golf is a product of finding that one swing secret that's going to knock 5 to 10 shots off their game. But the reality is, really good golf is an accumulation of small gains in lots of areas. This video showed a 1 to 3 shot improvement from just approach play strategy alone. Well, imagine if you could stack improvements in face strike quality, ground contact quality, face directional control, strategy, skill building, self-coaching, practice habits, and other areas on top of each other. Well, my online programs show you how to do this. Scan the QR code with your phone camera, or click the link in the description to learn more about my golf improvement programs, or visit adamyounggolf.com.